Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. So I want to do stuff that is different sometimes, right? Instead of always going to you know, maybe RV parks or the beaches and things like that, I do want to do some different things that might be able to benefit those out there in the RV industry, or the owners of RVs and things like that, and cars too, right? So ran into someone that you guys are going to meet later on in another video. His name is Carlos, and he was the previous owner of this company here in Claremont. Now his son and a friend of his son is the owners of it as he retired, and I wanted to show you guys this, so let's go take a look. So I'm here again in actually Claremont, but it says Mineola, but so we have Mineolas right there on Claremont, but I'm here at Graphics Direct, and they do custom shirt printing, vehicle wraps, and a whole bunch of different stuff here. So already went inside, checked it out, but I want to give you guys a look into this life, because listen, this could be something that if you're looking to get your car painted, or maybe upgrade your RV, boat, whatever the case may be, these guys can do it for you at a fraction of the cost when it comes to paint, because it's extremely expensive to paint your vehicles. So you could come in and do this at half the cost, if not maybe even more than that, and get your vehicles painted, so, or actually get them wrapped. So let's go check them out and talk to them and see what's it like getting your vehicle wrapped. All right, guys, I'm here with Mike. Mike is one of the owners here at Graphics Direct. Mike, tell me a little bit about what you're doing here.
So this is a vehicle wrap. This is for company, I want to say it's an AC company, if I'm not mistaken. But we do all kinds of vehicle wraps here to advertise your business. It's a cheaper way to advertise than airbrushing. Somewhat similar cost to a nice paint job. People come in for businesses all the time. We also do color change wrap, so if somebody just wanted to come in and get their car matte black or satin black, purple, basically any color, we do all of that stuff. I'd say the benefits of wrap versus paint, definitely the wrap outweighs paint to me when you're talking about matte colors, satin colors, stuff like that. That's where it really is beneficial, I would say, for a wrap to color change, because then, you know, after 6-7 years, you just peel it off and you get your car back.
Okay.
But we have some people that come in, they want, you know, gloss red, and that's when I'll tell them, you know, you might be better off painting it. You can get it for 20 years or whatever if you paint it. But if you go paint matte or satins, after 8 or 9 years, you're gonna be pretty pissed off, thinking, how I get rid of this now? You know, how do I repaint my car? But for businesses, it's a no-brainer. To get this airbrushed would be pretty wild. I want to say that finished. If I can find you the proof of what this is going to become at the end. Proof of it.
So this is what it's going to look like.
That's
when you
what
guys
it's going to look like. Yep. So right now we're just doing the base. Then we'll go back after, do all the lettering. That way everything's nice and straight. Everything's where it needs to be.
Okay.
You know, some companies print everything in, and then you just see the air conditioning kind of just whooping down on the corner.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it's all connected. So yeah, we do it this way just to ensure everything's nice and straight, everything's how we want it. And yeah, what I'll do is once this one's finished, complete, probably by Thursday or whatever, I'll get my number. I'll get your number, and I'll text you a final.
Oh, that would be awesome, man. We'd love that. We definitely have to add that. So at the beginning of this, so when you're looking at this, you know, you're talking to this company, the air conditioning company, and they send you the graphic that they want on here, or do you guys help them with, you know, some different looks if they don't have a specific kind of graphic that they want?
We do both. Some companies already have their ideal image look.
Okay.
Some companies come in with their own pre-made artwork, and then we just have to make sure it fits and everything works good. But I'd say majority of people come in and we do full design, everything for them. We go through art proofings, back and forth, make sure it's how they want. And then once it's approved, we start the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I own the business, but I don't have any type of graphics, or you guys can help me put the graphics together.
Yeah, we can create you a logo, we can create you a look, a design, this whole concept, and go back and forth on art proofing. And yeah, just kind of narrow it down to the ideal where you want. And yeah, I'd say this is a real large part of what we do here. I started wrapping cars when I was probably around 15, 16 years old. I'm 36 now, so I'm going on what, 20 years-ish.
Okay. And what got you into it?
Mostly my dad, in a sense. Yeah. When I was in, you know, my whole life, my parents had this company. We were doing signs and graphics, so throughout school and everything, I figured, you know, why not just work here throughout school? And yeah, after high school, I left. I went cross country with an RV. Went to North Carolina, Texas, California, just doing subcontract wrapping.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was great, man. And then
so were you doing RVs at like RV parks and things, or?
No, I was mostly like I was cruising around with the RV, and then most of the wrap work came just from wrap companies. Eventually, you know, they need extra hand wrapping stuff, and I would just come in and wrap the car and then head out. So I was doing that for a good couple of years, cruising around the country doing wraps for companies, and then eventually it kind of boiled down to, do I want to just keep doing this, or do I want to come back and help take over my dad's company? And yeah, then packed up, came home, and the rest is history.
Nice.
Now we're just cruising here, man.
Now your dad mentioned to me. Now, of course, you know it's dad.
Yep.
But your dad said you're one of the top in this industry.
Yeah, hard to gauge, but definitely up there. I mean, I wouldn't, without brag or anything, I mean, if you were to just look at the years that I've done it and the clientele base that I've had, then yeah, if there's one thing in my life that I would say I'm a full-blown expert at, it's stick and stickers, man.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's like every 10-year-old's dream job is professional sticker.
Now, when you went out on the road, do you think that even helped you, make you?
That was my college.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because even when I got out to California was when I started realizing that there's a whole nother aspect to wraps. You can just slap it on like anybody at their house, and then there's a difference between that and somebody going to a car show.
Right.
That doesn't want one wrinkle, one bubble. So yeah, I would definitely say California was more of like a college training.
So you noticed that in California, but as you went through different states, did you notice each state had their own little kind of technique, or was it all pretty much the same until you got out that way?
I would say most places, they kind of have their own own somewhat technique, but California was about 5 years ahead of everybody. It's like they normally are with technology and stuff like that. So once I made it to California was when it was just the game changer.
Okay.
Where it was just like, I can't believe you guys are doing, Joe the plumber's van, the same quality that you're doing Bieber's car going to SEMA,
Wow.
And that was where it was like the game change, where they're like, yep, everything has to be perfect, has to be done correctly, And yeah, after doing that for about 3 years, it just slowly became the normal,
Right.
Now it's the same quality leaving the shop every time.
Wow. So Mike, let's say I've got an RV, maybe in an older RV, sun's just kind of tore into it, and I want to update the RV. Tell me the process about that. What would it take to do something like that?
So to update an RV back to like factory normal look, say, it all depends. I'd say it all starts with trying to remove the old graphics, get it as clean as you possibly can. The design phase may take a minute to try and get exact striping, but yeah, I mean the process is pretty straightforward.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really seen too much that's not possible.
Okay.
In a sense.
And what if like the companies already have their like Coachman or whatever the case may be is already embedded inside that, you can't peel that off. How would you recommend for somebody to do something like that?
If something was like embedded into it?
Yes.
Ooh, if something was embedded into it, we can maybe incorporate images and designs around it. Maybe try to do an exact replica of it to place over top of it.
Gotcha.
So that it has a, but if it's like embedded in, then you definitely try to just work around it as best as you can. Yeah, there's usually always something that we're able to mess with.
There's a way around it.
Yeah,
because like with ours, this has the Coachman and then it says Leprechaun.
Okay.
Right? I can't peel the Leprechaun off, right? It's a part of the, I guess, the scheme of it, right?
Okay.
I don't know if it was a wrap or whatever it was whenever Coachman ever
like
put it on
emblem style? Or?
Yeah.
Okay,
but it's in there.
Yeah, because I mean, even if there's an emblem, we can remove emblems and replace them on after.
Okay.
So I've had, cars like Teslas come in, and we take off all the Tesla's logos, wrap the whole thing, and then reline up their Tesla logos and put them on. Some people end up ordering a whole new set of logos. They're pretty cheap on eBay just to get a whole set of like black Tesla emblems.
And to get them smoked out or whatever.
Yeah. And then we'll take off the old ones, wrap the whole car, and then place on their new ones for them.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean the sky's the limit with this stuff, man. I mean, anything you can design up or think of, we can get it on the car.
Now, is there a limit to a color, or it doesn't really matter? You can dream it up, it can happen.
In a sense, yep. If you think of the concept and we're able to create the art to that concept, then we just hit print.
Wow.
And yeah, we've done all kinds of different wraps. Everything's a different. That's what I love about this job is every day and everything is something different.
Okay.
It's not like you're wrapping this today and then next week it could be dude's fishing boat, or next week we're out at another job location doing something completely different with LED lighting. Yeah, I mean my biggest focus is just making sure that the customer's getting what they pay for. They're getting a good product, they're getting good service. I usually we warranty everything out by a year, but I mean I've had people where it's 2 years down the road and they've gotten to a weird little fender bender, and I always tell people, just if I've wrapped it, just bring it back and we'll figure something out. Even if it's a quick little fix, I'm not too worried about charging people for touch-ups and stuff later down the road, unless it's something absolutely crazy.
And that's my question then. So let's say, you know how it is. you go to the store, and either somebody hits your car with a door, or a shopping cart hits it.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It all depends. It's tough for us to warranty those kind of things, you know, you take it and somebody it's gonna happen. They usually take damage pretty well. If somebody hits it with a car, you'll be surprised. There may not be too much damage. But at the end of the day, most of it all ends up being paneled out. So if somebody gets their front fender hit, I can just rip off their front fender and stick a new front fender. Okay. Even with this one with gradient, in the computers it would tell us how far to print our gradient so that it matches up at the end. Oh wow, okay. Yes, we do a lot of Napleton Kissimmee and Napleton Claremont. Yeah, they're shuttle vans, and those take damage a lot. Okay. So we've had shuttle vans come in and they just tell us, hey, we need a back quarter panel because it got into an accident, and then they just drop it off and we just replace just that piece. Oh wow. And I'm assuming if you've already done the work for them, you already have it in your system. It's just print and go. It's just print and go at that point. And if somebody does like a color change and they mess up, you know, bottom little pan, half the time I don't charge them. They just come in and figure out how to make it presentable, nice and clean. Okay. And then they just drop it off with me for, you know, however long I need it, and come pick it up. All right, Mike, tell me a little bit about that process. So I come in, we already have an idea of what we want to do, right? Okay. We've already got the graphics, everything's good, everything's signed off. That next step is printing, I'm assuming, right? So what's that next process? So the full process, you'd come in, if you have art, everything ready to go, we'll take pictures of your vehicle, end up working up a quote, figure out how what the square footage is. And then if everything is good to go, then we schedule you in, get you on the books. And yeah, the big printers that I'm sure you saw over there, yeah, those will start printing out all the panels. I'll pull your car in to our shop, take it apart as much as I can, as much as I need to in a sense, but mostly for most cars I'm taking off door handles, mirrors, tail lights, like I mean this one we took off the whole back door just to get around certain hinges. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I've gone as far as airplanes, submarine prints. Oh yeah, helicopters. All right, Mike. So then the color of this, right? So what do you call this? The paper, or what's this? Just the wrap film. Just the wrap film. Yep. So when you get that, is that just white, and then when you're printing it out, it prints out that color? Yeah. So you don't imagine it's same basic concept as your home printer. Okay. Except it's on a massive scale and prints on sticker material. Gotcha. But so you don't need 8 billion different color paper. No, you just order white. It just starts off as white. Everything gets designed on the computer. All the colors are in our printers, the CMYK, and yeah. So basically, we print any color except basically white. Okay. Because the white would be the paper. So average cost, let's say, and you know, I'm sure everything is going to be different in cost, but yeah, everything's kind of square footage based. Okay. Ray deals with a lot of the pricing levels. I would say general ballpark for a car, probably somewhere in the range of like 2,500 to 2,800. Okay. To do a full car. Big SUV might be in the 3,000, 3,200. And then I mean, I've seen stuff. I mean, I've done full semi rigs before, and so it can go up to 8 to 10 grand to do a 54-foot RV trailer. So yeah, it all depends. But listen, in the scheme of things, if you're looking to paint it. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're looking to try and airbrush what I'm about to do on this truck, oh, I don't even know what that would cost. But you know, if you came in with you wanted matte black on your car and the cost was $2,800, I'd want to say paint and wrap would be kind of close. You might save a couple $100 going towards the paint option, but the wrap option, you save yourself the headache 5-6 years down the road when the matte paint decides to do its thing and keep on chalkboardy or something. Or the paint starts looking old. This one you can just rip off. A lot of people wrap their cars when they lease cars.
That makes sense.
Yeah, some of the people that lease the cars, they'll cruise by and get it wrapped. Then in 3-4 years they rip it off and return the car.
Okay.
There's no bugs, there's no rock chips, there's nothing on it.
Which that makes sense.
Yeah,
and
it's a protective coating, but also one of the best advertisers, a billboard on wheels.
Yeah.
You know.
So if you know, final thoughts on you. So what if someone was wanting to get into this industry? You know, they've never seen anything like this before and have thought about maybe doing, you know, getting into doing this to cars and trucks and vans, whatever. How would you get them started?
Oh man, it's tough because it's one of those industries where it costs a lot to practice. You know, and then it's the type of industry where one of the only ways to really learn it is to practice. So if somebody was getting into it or wanted to get their feet wet and start messing with it, the best way is to figure out how to just order a roll and just go to town.
Find a car that
even your own personal. A lot of people will turn to YouTube, but not a big fan of how a lot of YouTubers are wrapping cars. They feel like they hide the. You know, you watch a YouTube and you're like, why is this guy doing this a little harder?
It's easy to edit.
Yeah. Not the direction I would go, but it's all right. But yeah, it's definitely a growing trend. I'd say California is about 5 to 6 years ahead of everybody, and I want to say that 5 or 6 year mark is just now kind of branching into Florida, where vehicle wraps are starting to blow up more and more and more.
Gotcha.
It's becoming more of a popular thing, kind of how it is in California.
So you don't necessarily need to go to California now. You can get some good training here.
Oh yeah, I'm set here, man. I probably would never go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had one too many kids to go back now.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. California was fun at the time frame I went and the age I was at. But,
so did you stay in your RV while you were out there too?
No, I ended up parking my RV in Texas in the storage because when I was in Texas working, I got a phone call from one of my buddies who worked here when he was in middle school, high school, and then he left, went to California. He was basically my mentor. He was the one showing me kind of how to clean up the edges, you know,
Gotcha.
make it all look like paint at the end, and you know, and yeah, he had gave me a call and was like, hey, you know, need your help. I got a ton of work, and put me in a spot where it was like, I need you tomorrow. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna put my RV in storage and go. And yeah, so I was normal living in California for the most part.
Wow.
Yeah, I owe a good amount to living out there as far as work-wise, but would never go back. Not unless they needed me for a job. They used to call me they've called me out a couple times for some semis out there and fly me out for it.
Now your dad said you did something for a movie.
Yeah, there was one called The Host.
The Host.
Yeah, The Host, and did what was it, 3 or 4 Aprili motorcycles, a helicopter, and I want to say about 3 or 4 Lotuses that they did all chrome.
Okay.
And I guess they were the futuristic police.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that would be the futuristic police cars in that movie.
I'll see if I can find some pictures, guys, online and of that movie, and see if maybe they've got some shots of that.
Oh yeah, there's a couple good ones. There was the Host cars. I did Jay Penske's race team. He has like a Indy car, or like the funny cars, the long ones. did a couple of those for him in Chicago, and we did them all chrome. Those would be cool to. I'm sure those will have images out there.
That's awesome. Now, do you have them on your website? Do you have some of your photos of your?
On our Instagram, there's our whole Instagram is vehicle wraps.
Okay.
Yep.
So guys, I'm gonna have all that information down in the comment section, the description box, on how to get in contact with them if this is something that you're interested in. They are located in Mineola/Claremont, Florida. But I'm sure, you know, he says if there's a major work that needs to be done, he doesn't mind maybe going out and doing it if the job needs to be done right.
Yep, and no job is necessarily too small, man. We don't really turn anything away. I got a guy, I think next week, bringing me a interior wood grain piece of his car, his radio piece.
Oh.
And I'm gonna do it all carbon fiber.
Wow.
So yeah, nothing's too small. You know, even if they wanted to come and get decals for a motorbike, we're here for that stuff. So, you know, some people come and see and get intimidated, but you know, I'll mess with anybody with any work that I can. I don't really turn much away.
Okay. Awesome, man. Well, Mike, I appreciate you, man.
Yep.
And guys, again, I'm going to have their contact information down below if this is something you want to look into, including their social media, so you guys can check out more of their work, man. But Mike, again, I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, you can hit like that and let it go and shrink it all back up. It'll probably just become a flat seal at the end again anyways. Like, you can even see like the color, how it's kind of like discolored, but then it'll shrink back into its color.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that one might be a little, but yeah, it'll shrink back, man. So yeah, you got so the new materials are just wild, man.
That's nuts.
Like,
all right, guys, so I'm here with Mr. Ray. Ray is also co-owner, along with Mike, of this business here. Ray, tell me a little bit more about the business. Mike did a fantastic job over there while he was doing a wrap over there.
Sure.
But tell me a little bit more, because it's just not the wraps that you guys do, right? What else do you guys do?
No, so what we are is we're a full service sign shop. We're a sign shop. That's our origin, but the sign industry has expanded so much to where we're not only helping out other businesses with their signage needs. What we're doing now is anyone from the HOAs to the person having a birthday party or bar mitzvah to businesses that need signs. We're doing lighted signs, non-lighted signs. We're doing shirt printing for clients, for corporations and organizations, and for private also. Banners, engraved and routed signage, and also some promotional items like pens, coffee mugs, hats like what I'm wearing here. All that falls in line with everything that we do. Car wrapping is a big part of our business, but there's also the day-to-day is signage is what our company boils down to.
Gotcha. And then how far do you go out? So, I mean, let's say if somebody from another state contacted you for a little bit of work, can you do other states, or is that possible?
Absolutely. We were currently working on a project over in Georgia. It didn't make sense for the client for us to install it, so what we did was we got the graphics ready, we shipped it over there, and then they had a sign company over there install it.
Okay.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Right now we're working on something, working on something in Fort Myers area, and we're going to ship them the signage, but the hardware and everything, it's going to make more sense for them to pick it up at their local hardware store rather than us shipping posts out to them.
Gotcha.
For in-ground signs.
Okay.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. So I'm going to go show a little bit. You got some shirts that are up front that are for sale.
Yeah.
Right? So
those are the samples in our showroom.
Okay.
Our showroom, if you want, I can go with you.
Yeah, let's go.
Here's one of our featured signs. This is an outdoor LED facelit and backlit sign cabinet. So how this works is this can be mounted indoor or outdoor, and it can get turned off.
Oh,
it can
cool.
change colors. Right now we have it on to where it's just automatically changing colors throughout the day. So you'll see the pink is starting here. It's going to start to come together into a pink. This is just the mode we have it set on. For instance, if it's St. Patty's Day, you can keep it all green. If it's Valentine's Day, you can keep it all pink. So you can do so much with it. Our colors here are black and white. So we can keep it black and white, but we just want to show the clients This can be made for indoor and outdoor. At any size, it's fully customizable. So I'm going to turn it off now, and let's see the new color it gives me. So it's going back to the hot pinkish purple, but we can make it change color to whatever we want. This is installed directly to the wall. Standard 120 power supply. It's nothing fancy.
Okay.
You know. Over here, this is another product that we're excited about that we saw a lot of. So these are LED light boxes. What makes this different from any other normal light boxes that you'd see on the front of buildings is this is ultra lightweight. It's as thin as an iPhone. This here is easily to install and to change out the graphic. I'll show you how that works in a second.
Okay.
So these are new and exciting products. What makes this different as compared to the old style light boxes, this is just a simple poster print printed behind it. It's a special poster made to introduce light and to diffuse light, but if the client wants to change the message, it's as easy as just taking this poster out,
Okay.
and putting it right back in.
So they when they contact you, they'll get that part, right?
With the first poster in it.
Okay.
And then going forward, depending on the size they ordered, we have that saved in the system, and they can change the message at any point, you know?
Okay. And then how does it plug in?
Standard. It's a standard plug. We have it all run, so.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you show, it's off right now.
Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, that's simple enough. Wow.
And we leave this one off just so people can see
The
how it looks
difference,
when it's
yeah.
off. It's still, attractive when it's off, just in case people
Power
don't
goes
see.
out or something like that. You can still,
You can
they're
still,
walking by.
exactly, exactly.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then over here is to continue on with the LED and lighted signs that we do. Here's a sample light kit that we take to meetings. These are just some of the most popular LED signs that we do, the different styles, how it looks during the day when they're off, so the client can get a feel for everything.
Nice. And then you also.
That letter D is a new style sign. It's called an infinity sign.
Okay.
So if you look into it from here, you can see it keeps going all the way back.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So a lot of like vape shops and smoke shops buy this, and they put it because it just gives you that cool effect, you know?
And then you also do shirts.
Yep. So we have shirts here,
What's the invoice number?
different kinds. We do 100% cotton, polyester, dry fit,
26 or 36?
hoodies and zip ups, fishing shirts. We can stitch it, we can press it, we can print on it. A style of embroidery that we do is patches, which is what I'm wearing here,
Mm-hmm.
and right here.
What are we correcting on this one?
Okay.
And this is a printed one. And the reason why we showed this is how small we can get in the detail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So people out there in YouTube land, they're looking at maybe just about to start their YouTube channel or anything like that, and they're looking for their graphic for their channel to be made. Is that something that you guys can do? to help them with
Absolutely,
it?
yeah. We can help out with logo design,
Let me
backdrops.
just pull that one.
Did you see the backdrop that was in the corner where Mike was?
Mm-mm. Let's go check it out.
So what we have here is a backdrop that we make and we take to certain events. If we're setting up a tent at a community event, well, we don't want, if we're facing you at our table, we don't want the back to show whatever's behind us or a bunch of boxes, which is our supplies. So we put this backdrop banner up so that people can see who we are and what we do, and also it's very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see a truck in the back with a bunch of boxes or equipment, So we do a lot of these. Social media people can use this in the background. You can use this at events, along with a tent and a flag. So these work out pretty good. Customizable, any size, any shape.
Awesome.
Yep. So this is our GraphTech 60-inch vinyl slider. What this is going to do is it's going to cut vinyl, it's going to cut decals, it's going to kiss cut and die cut custom shapes, so that when the client gets the finished sticker, it can be round, it can be circle. This is just an example. It can be round, circle, rectangle, triangle, octagon, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So right now I'm just cutting out black vinyl for a job that looks like this. That is going on the ambulance style van.
Okay.
And then they're gonna apply that later on this week. So I'm just getting it ready for them, and it's gonna go on the rack.
Awesome.
Yep.
So if you guys are getting your things printed and you were always wondering what it was like, this is it. This gives you an idea of what these companies like what Graphics Direct does, and they're doing a fantastic job, guys. I appreciate it, guys. So Mike was mentioning about the film that they use. So this is the stuff here that is used when they print things out. So it does come in all white, and then this one's about to print something here. So there's the paper there underneath. So they're getting quite a bit of work, guys, and this is just things that they've printed out for the last couple of days. Give you an idea of what they're going to be putting up on vehicles or on signs, whatever, but gives you a really good idea of what they're going to be doing here.
All right, so what we have here are our two 64-inch latex printers. And what latex means to the regular industry, or to everyone that's not in the industry, means the type of ink it uses right now. It can literally go from printer straight to car. There is no cure time, there is no wait time, there is no dry time. This comes out dry to touch, ready to install.
Okay.
Literally, if I was not to use a take-up roll and run a long job, let's say the job is super long, 20, 26, 30 feet, and it started to roll up on itself, it would not stick. The ink is dry completely. Comes with some built-in dryers here, blowing air on top, along with a heated platen that blows air, forcing hot air coming up.
Check that out, guys.
So it's doing a test print right now, so I get some colors right before I run my next job.
Here's the other machine, so it has some light in it, and you can see the inside before the print job occurs. But really neat, guys. I really appreciate this opportunity to see what these guys do. So Ray, tell me how people can get in contact with the business. If, like I said, if they're not here in Claremont, Mineola,
right,
how can they get in contact with you?
It's real easy. You can find us on the web at www.graphicsfl.com. Graphics, F like Frank, L like Larry.com. That will put you straight to our website, which will connect you to all of our social media, our phone numbers. You can email myself, our admin Kylie. We all get the emails through that website as well. And you can send your quote request right to us, and we'll get you a quote within 24 hours.
Awesome. And guys, I'm going to have all their contact information down below in the description box. Get in contact with them if you are needing some graphical work. They can send it to you anywhere. So if you're needing some work, get in contact with them. They're a phenomenal business, and I love that it's run by a family. Yep. These guys all know each other so well for so long, and they're out here hustling, doing their jobs, making a great making things look great for other businesses as well in the area, and then all over the US. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. We're here. Our kids, we grew up in this industry. Our kids are now growing up in this industry, and we're here long term. We've seen the community change and grow so much, and right now our community is at a growth 3.0, and we are right here in the middle of it, and we are expanding with them, and we're doing what we have to do to keep our area looking beautiful and professional, and continue being partners with the community. We've always been.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate you, Ray.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right, man.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. I got to thank the guys over at Graphics Direct for taking the time out today to talk to me. And guys, if you need some work done, whether if you're looking for a logo for your YouTube channel or stickers, they can do stickers for you as well. This is where we're going to get ours from now on. I might even have them redesign ours. I was afraid of even bringing mine in there because they're going to probably maybe laugh at ours, because I did mine on Canva. I think Canva is kind of like the graphics for dummies, which I don't know how to do this kind of stuff. So but I'm actually going to run one in there and just kind of see what they say. I'm sure they're going to laugh at him, but who knows, never know. But yeah, guys, if you need graphics or anything done, you're looking for business information on how to do graphics designs, check these guys out, man. They're awesome, and might be doing some work with them here in the very near future, because everything went so well and really hit it off well with these guys. So again, guys, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this video. I would greatly appreciate it. I will talk to you all soon. Take care.